Anybody have any fun resolutions for the new year?
Nope.
Can you answer in more than one word?
Nope.
For those of us who are here, are we all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, babies. Let's do this thing. Fucking big time plays, big time shit going down. Let's get going. Cue the intro. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Idiots Rolling Dice. This is the epic episode 14, and we are reaching a very potential climax here in the city of Delphi. So previously, well, actually, I'm Mimic the Idiot. I am the dungeon master of this shit show, and I am joined by a few wonderful people here this evening. First up, Mr. Played a Fool. How are you?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Glad
Year.
to be back doing this. I played Demetrius Longwing, self-taught Dragonborn wizard thingamabob.
Yep.
Just trying to make it through and not die again. Because that sucked.
Hopefully.
And I have nobody else to sacrifice.
Hopefully not. Hey. Next up, Mr. Vex.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm letting Jimmy finish his food first.
That's
Oh,
fair.
Take me a minute. Go ahead.
That's fair. I just was not told that there.
Looks like he's going in order of camera view, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay. Hold that.
I was just giving him a second to finish his food, so he had some time.
You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fuck? Huh?
Wait, what?
Both those things could happen, you know.
What's up? I'm Vex. I play both Jax and Alexos. So yeah, one betrays and one is a good guy.
Yay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And tonight, thirdly, we are joined by Mr. Jimmy.
But I'm Jimmy playing Jade Dragonborn. Happy New Year, everybody, and let's get this shindig rolling.
Woo-hoo. Okay. All right. Daisy is doing something with her daughter, as far as I am aware, and may join us later, but is not with us right now. So that's where she is. Previously, our main group of heroes was on the hunt for clues when they ran into an old acquaintance, Tefnoct the Indestructible, a man who appeared to be Theseus' close friend. Tefnoct had scouted ahead in Delphi and discovered that Theseus was being kept in the High Temple of Apollo, and the priest had been manipulating the oracle's information to the citizens, leading them down a dark path to further the eclipse's goals. Ooh. Tefnoct had agreed, when talking to the party, to search the surrounding area for their missing member, Jax Karn, whom he quickly found after turning into a hawk and flying around. Elsewhere at the temple, Alexos and his old Eclipse buddies agreed to have Alexos retrieve the mysterious stone from the party and then lead them up to a trap when the Eclipse members are set to sacrifice Theseus that same evening. Alexos then headed back down to the tavern, met up with the rest of the party, but he clocked that they were not very welcoming to his presence and decided to take some drastic action. Holding his knife to Demetrius' throat, they surrendered the Truth Stone, and Alexos escaped after knocking some rubble into the path of our pursuant heroes. Guards have been called, the area is on high alert, and shit is going down tonight. That's where we begin. So, immediately in this area, you have Tefnoct, who's carrying Jax Karn on his back, has returned to the area. Demetrius and Jade, you see that like 4 or 5 guards have rushed in, like responding to the commotion, seemingly attempting to pursue Alexos before he escaped. And like there's just a lot of shit that happened. Demetrius, you also took an arrow to the leg, and Alexos had cut you across the chest. But you can kind of guess that shit's going down here. What are you guys doing?
Jax is just gonna look around and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Jax, you are being carried in here. Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick, Jack.
It's gonna be shitty. I think it's gonna be 10.
10.
Yes, it is 10.
You notice that when the guards rush in, Tefnoct kind of like hides around a little corner, kind of out of the sight of the guards.
I'm assuming I got down from his shoulder.
Okay, yeah, so you're like kind of propping yourself up. You do have the lay on hands from your amulet if you'd like to use them. That Artemis gave you.
Yeah, it's a what? It's a 1d10.
You
plus...
have 15 total hit points to.
Okay.
To divvy up, or to use on yourself.
Yeah, we'll use that. We'll just use all 15 on me.
Okay. So you go from 0 to 15 hit points. Jax, you also get a level up. You're still like not in great shape. Mechanically, you're suffering from multiple levels of exhaustion. Your spell slots haven't necessarily recharged. And yeah, shit's bad for you.
Shit, hella bad.
But yeah, you're able to like kind of gather yourself, stand, and like heal yourself a little bit. But Tefnoct seems to slink back into the shadows.
Just kind of ignore that and just look at the building and then look at the squad. Be like, what the fuck happened?
It's a long story. I died.
You what?
I died.
How?
Harpies.
Okay.
But Boxy had a little deal with Claron, and he got me back. So that's a thing. And then he met up with my father in a free village. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of crap happened.
Talia just kind of speaks up and is like, yeah, it was, a lot of stuff has happened, but that guy also just betrayed us and took some sort of magic rock.
That doesn't sound good. Does it now?
Well, on the plus side, the stone is in Boxy, and I don't think Boxy's just gonna open up and let him have it. At least I would hope not.
As you guys are kind of talking, one of the guards comes up to you and says, "Tell us everything. What did that thief take, and what do you know about him?"
Well, we know that. I don't know, what do we know about him?
You know his name?
Yeah, his name is Alexos. He served with the Eclipse in the war. He stole my box that has some valuables in it, and he obviously cut me across the chest and attempted to kill me.
Yes, I can see that. He's so... Eclipse. I can't believe the Eclipse are back. Or still active. There's members who still thrive here, and I thought they lost. Shouldn't they just shut up and go home?
Well, obviously not. As whatever happened here happened, and then obviously we've been chasing them down for a little bit, so...
Do you guys have any idea where he might be headed? What he might be doing with Or was he just robbing valuables from you? So I know where to check out some local, scumbags that he might try to sell them to, but if you have any idea where else he might be going.
I got no idea.
I have a feeling he might be going to the temple because things happened in crap. What city was that?
You guys are currently in Delphi.
Yeah.
Athens was where Theseus was taken from.
Yeah. Because things have happened in Athens that led us here to speak with or to meet with the high priest of Apollo.
Well, I don't... Priests are very busy. Not anybody can get in to see them, especially not outsiders.
I mean, can we make a plea to see the priest?
It's not up to me. I can tell you where the temple is, but I'm not the ones who decide who gets to see them. And so if you want to go up and try to see the priest, you're more than welcome to do so, but whether or not you are allowed to is entirely different.
I think we should at least see, unless you guys... I mean, I have no idea. I've been trapped in a fucking cave, so... You guys know more than I do at the moment.
I would say we should at least try to speak to the priest. Maybe it's if we see who the priest is, we might know if it's like the actual guy that was in Athens, or if the one from Athens was just posing as the priest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Well, obviously I cannot hold you here, but I must ask you not to leave the city until our investigation into what happened to you has completed.
How long do you think that would be?
My crack team of guards should hopefully get him by tonight. Hopefully. I'll spread word throughout our ranks.
Okay. I mean, I need to take our fucking rest, guys, no matter what, so... Pretty much fucking...
Yeah, I think I should...
And if you guys want to roll any perception or insight checks on this, you guys are more than welcome to.
Yeah, fuck it. Jax, we're rolling insight. It's gonna be 8, 14 plus 3, so 17.
17. On insight, anybody else with anything?
I was rolling a perception check, and I got a 10.
Demetrius, you can just see, like, the guards are responding to you. They seem to be reacting to this like they would any other crime. There's 4 or 5 right here, but you do still see that there are a lot out in general. Jax, you kind of notice as they're talking, because this is like your first time getting into the city, so you haven't seen some of the things that the rest of the party has seen.
Mm-hmm.
He did seem to speak negatively about outsiders, or did seem to have some sort of heightened sense of alertness about outsiders, especially in reference to the temple.
Yeah.
And but the guard, whoever was talking to you, seemed to be honest and not, conspiratorial in any way.
Okay. So, for like whatever I'm getting is like pretty much, other than him not really liking outsiders, he's just telling the truth.
Yeah. They fully intend to spread the word to go search for this whoever. I assume like a cursory description was given to them by other witnesses of the scene. And they, intend to spread the word, but, you get no, like, inherently bad vibes from the guard, I guess, is the best way to put it.
And I guess Jax is just gonna turn to the rest of y'all and just be like, look, I mean, I can't do much. I mean, our boy just had a fucking knife to his throat. I think we should assess the situation, grab some food, just hang out for a little bit. Because I'm in no shape. If we go to see this priest, I can't even guarantee I'll be of any help.
You and me both, because I'm hurting too.
You guys did pick up some health potions today, so like I think you guys each got 2 health potions. Talia, Demetrius, and Jade.
I think Demetrius and Talia both got 2, and Jade got 1. I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. So I mean, that's a possibility if you need to rest. As the guards kind of like conduct their investigation and leave the place, you guys kind of like set up in a corner. Jax, Jade and Demetrius, you both realize that Jax is like forcing himself to stand, but is not stable in any way, shape, or form. You guys kind of like sit in a corner table, and Tefnok peeks around the corner, kind of like leaning up against a pillar next to the table, with his back to the guards, and says, "Your friend made a desperate move there, or I get ex-friend made a desperate move there in his attack to get whatever was in your box, friend. I do not think there is time to spare, but I also agree that your friend Jax here is not going to be helpful in a fight."
Not at all. I am pretty much on death's door at the moment. Like, very much at death's door.
So, I don't believe Theseus has much time left. But if we are to do this, your friend can't join us if there's any hope of him living. Now, I am fully capable of handling a significant portion of enemies on my own, but this might be our last chance to save Theseus tonight. So,
like I said, I just need a rest, that's all. After one night, hopefully we'll be fine.
Tefnok throws you like it's a little pouch filled with coins, Jax, and just says, "Get yourself a place to sleep. You're of no use to us right now."
Jax just kind of lets the thing hit him and goes, and Boxy watch it, if it hits the ground, goes, "Thanks." As he's still trying to just propping himself up with his shield.
What say the rest
Right.
of you?
Down for whatever. We can go to the temple and see if we can meet up with the priest, and if anything goes down, we got our big old buddy here.
I agree.
Before we do anything, Demetrius, I need to get that arrow out of your leg.
Yeah, that would be much appreciated.
I'd recommend pushing it through instead of trying to pull it out.
Or just yank it all the way through.
Either one sounds pleasant.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Talia just kind of cringes as Jade yanks on the arrow.
Demetrius, bite down hard. As I rip it out the other way.
And I think I'm going to take one of my health potions.
Talia actually pours you one of hers. As like after Jade rips the arrow out, she hands you a health potion. As she goes and tends to the wound, bandages it.
I wasn't gonna shoot, but she said I had to, so I did.
Well, all things considered, I'm glad we're all fine now. Well, at least mostly fine. We should stick to the shadows on our way up to the temple. We never know who is going to be in their pockets.
That's a good point.
Okay. While you guys kind of get yourselves together and start heading out, Alexis.
Yes, sir.
You knocked these magic missiles away. Completely took out like a big chunk of land, or like significantly impeded their progress to you. Darted up in and out of the alleys. Shadow, years of guarding and assassinating, and just being, a soldier for the bad guys, basically, has allowed you to successfully navigate the area. You come back to like the kind of grand central plateau of Delphi.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. 23.
23. You notice that there seems to be an extra amount of normal guards, just like standard street soldiers here, throughout, like kind of this grand plaza area. There's probably like 8 or 9 extra soldiers kind of wandering around more than there normally would be. You see like some of the other like elite bodyguards that you have worked with in the past, kind of this quartet of bodyguards for the high priest, have kind of are seeming to do some like extra checks around the outside of the temple, and storm clouds begin to form overhead, and a light drizzle starts to come down. What are you doing here?
I'm just gonna start making my way up to the temple.
You're a fucking piece of shit, you know that, kid?
Hey, fuck you, Boxy. I don't give a shit.
Fuck you. You fucking scumbag.
I'll let you live if you just cough up that stone.
Yeah, just reach your good hand in here, man.
Come on, Boxy. You've already been captured. One. I'm assuming. I have no idea, but I feel like you definitely have been captured, probably when you were a human, right?
Oh, definitely. I've been captured in box form, and now I've been captured. I mean, this is just my trio of championships. I've been captured in every form I've ever had, bud. But I mean, do you expect me to just cough up what I have? No, that's not how this works.
I guess you're gonna be fucking tortured then.
Bold of you to assume I can even feel pain.
I mean, who knows? I mean, you have no idea if you can feel pain or not. Maybe someone just hasn't tried magic on you.
Time out. Ohio State won the Rose Bowl.
I kind of gathered that with your reaction.
Big sigh of
Same.
relief. They kicked a fucking field goal with 12 seconds left. Oh my god, thank you. I needed that. Okay, alright. Regather ourselves. Alexos, you just threatened Boxy with magical torture. And he's like, kiddo, I've been around for so long. Multiple lifetimes here. And You think I haven't been tortured before?
Probably, but just saying. I have no idea what they plan to do to you. Who knows?
Well, we'll just have to see, because I ain't giving up this stone to you fucking guys. I don't like these
Why not?
Because the eclipse captured me and chained me to a fucking floor. Do you realize how annoying that was for my neck to be just fucking strapped to a floor?
No, never have been, so.
I mean, that's fine. You're also a cat and you guys can bend in weird fucking shapes.
That is true.
Look, I don't know what you think you're gonna gain out of this. I don't know what you think's gonna happen if your side wins, but it's not gonna be good for you.
You don't know that.
You guys are putting your faith in gods, just like the rest of us, and I can guarantee you that never fucking works out.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We will find out, won't we?
I guess we will. You're not getting this fucking stone.
Cool. I just shove him in like the my back pocket.
You motherfucker, let me the fuck out of here. Fuck you.
And I just start heading towards the temple.
Get some different little okay. So you go to the temple. You can see like there's not displayed in the center of the temple just yet, but there's clearly like the area in the center of the temple has kind of been cleared out, almost for like some sort of ceremony of some kind. Like ringed or curved pyres have like 4 separate curved pyres have kind of like graced the center, with like exits at each side. So it's almost like, think of like a crosshair, like a circle with the 4 points, except the points removed. So there's clearly like some sort of altar of some kind with a big golden like restraint of some kind on top of it, and that these little curved pyres are like flaming, but like it doesn't, the fire almost looks too perfect to be natural, if that makes sense. You see like the other elite guards kind of nod to you but still don't fully trust you, as the priest seems to be doing some sort of final preparations here in the center of the room.
Kind of walk up to the priest. Actually, I don't. Actually, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna kind of pray to both and just not really sit down, but just kind of once I get into the temple. I'm assuming they let me in, so.
Yeah, they let you in. You're allowed into the main temple.
I'm just gonna go like kind of find a quiet place and see if I can contact either the one that put the sigil on my forehead, I forget her name, and then
Hecate.
Yeah, and then the other one, fuck, oh my god.
Apollo,
there we go, holy shit.
Sun and the moon. Perfect gods for the eclipse. Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so you go sit in a corner. Go ahead and give me a religion check with disadvantage.
Okay. I don't think I have good religion. No, it's just gonna be an 11.
No, nothing. You realize like you've never really spent time dedicating your time to praying to the gods. So there's, although like you like rub your like the mark on your hand, you like try to rub it near Boxy, generate any sort of magical connection, just nothing happens to you. But you are in a place where like there's the oracles of Apollo who directly speak to him. The priest is like doing preparations and stuff. Doesn't seem unapproachable though.
I mean, I'll just go to the oracles and see if can talk to one of them.
So you head up like this. First off, give me a stealth check, because the oracles are kind of protected and special.
Special? What do you mean special? They're not special. It's gonna be a 20, 30.
Everybody else is just kind of distracted as you slink through the shadows, just kind of stealthily. You look like you're just doing normal kind of rounds of checking to the temple. When you hear like what sounds to be like pained grunts from upstairs of this spiral staircase, and you, out of curiosity more than anything else, just kind of tuck your head in and head up. You go up this spiral staircase through this slanted hall. You basically realize you are kind of above the dead center of the temple in a room with like, it's like open air kind of gazebo essentially on top of the temple. And you see 3 women, all with light like radiating out of their eyes, chained to like by their hands to the wall, like struggling.
I'm just gonna kind of say like to myself, but out loud, like, this is interesting.
Who's there? Who? Don't come any closer.
I need to send a message to Apollo.
They wince. They physically wince at the mention of his name.
Can you do that or not?
Can and want to are very different things. I don't want him in my body ever again.
What if I'll set you free and sneak you out of here?
It won't work. I don't mean, when I say light, like radiating out of their eyes, think like, instead of having eyeballs, they have like
It's just
beams of light, like radiating out.
Why won't it work?
He has control. He controls everything. We'll never be free.
I mean, do you want to die or do you want to live? If you want to live, I need to talk to him.
Give me an insight check.
It's gonna be a 25.
They all perked up when you asked them if they want to die.
Like in like, kind of like they want to die kind of thing.
It would seem that they are currently living some sort of tortured existence, and that this is not good. With a 25 insight check, with that high, you can kind of gather that this might be like the result of what happens if, like, let's say you were to break your pact with Apollo. Like, this is some form of sustained, incredibly painful torture that's going on here.
Okay. Alexos is just gonna sigh and like walk up and just kind of like grab one of the oracles by the hair and just be like, look, I need to talk to him. If you can't do that, then I'm leaving. I was gonna get you out of here. It's gonna find a way to maybe help you, but if I can't talk to him, how can I help you?
The one whose hair you grab, the light, instead of like kind of being this like glowing, it like shifts to almost like piercing eyes looking directly at you. And a voice that's very clearly different than the Oracle's original voice says, "If you have a question, just ask." It's a man's voice. You kind of pick up hints of Apollo in it, but it is kind of warped through
Yeah.
like also getting some of the woman's voice.
Apollo, I got the stone, but it's inside of a fucking box. Alexos is just fully assuming that it's Apollo.
Well, half the battle is done. I mean, it's just like a magic box or a normal box.
It was a human turned into a mimic that has like the mimic properties, so it's I have to reach into the box to grab it, but he's gonna bite my hand off. And I kind of raise up the arm that's I cut off, and like I kind of did this to kind of like make my way back into the group without it being too suspicious that I got away.
Well thought out
Unscathed.
plan. Well, a human turned into a mimic, that certainly sounds like something either Athena or Nemesis would do. I can't right now. There's a lot of watchful eyes up here. I cannot leave. But tell him that I will turn him back into a human. I'll give him his normal form and normal life back. If he were to give us the truth.
You hear that, Boxy? I take him out.
I fucking heard it. I can't. He's the god of fucking music. What the fuck does he know about boxes?
He's a god. He can probably turn you back into a human.
Unless the goddess who put a curse on me was stronger than him.
So it was Athena.
I didn't say that.
Let's be real. The
Well,
only
you-
god that we know is mostly stronger than every other god, besides probably Zeus, is Athena.
Well, maybe you just don't fucking know enough gods then, buddy.
I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I know Apollo, and that's pretty much it.
So.
That's all I ever need to know.
Oh. Must be nice to be a little brown nose, isn't it?
You're going back in the pocket.
To be fair, I call him a stupid cat, not a stupid other C word, just for clarification purposes.
Good
Let's
thing,
see.
because I thought you said the other thing.
Alexos is just gonna look back at the oracle and be like, "Do you think the priests could somehow get the stone out?" I mean, I don't want to interrupt what he's doing. He's obviously in the middle of something.
Basically, from what you gathered, is that the fact that you have Boxy in general is probably just that's gonna do it for now. Like that's gonna be fine for now.
Okay.
So as long as you can keep the stone from getting back into the hands, or Boxy from getting back into the hands of the other people, it's probably gonna be okay. The stone itself doesn't need to be the immediate priority.
Okay. Then, I guess this is all I wanted to ask Apollo. I just wanted to finish the duty I was set out to do, so I don't die.
You've done very well so far. I look forward to seeing the results of tonight. Great things will happen if this all goes off without a hitch.
As do I. As always, it's an honor.
Very well.
And I just start leaving.
Alexis, you notice. So you had two essentially brands, one on your hand, one on your head. We decided. One of them goes away. It seems to fade, almost like if whatever promise was made has been kept. You don't know for sure which one, but you get the feeling that you are pretty safe from divine execution at this moment.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just head back down to the main chamber where they're setting up the execution.
Cool. Are you doing anything else around the chamber, or is that it?
I'm gonna go look for a. Let's see. I'm gonna go look for a medic actually, and just ask if they have enough magic to fucking replace my hand.
Okay.
See if someone's powerful enough.
The only person who you think would be powerful enough to do that would probably be the priest.
Okay, then I'll just kind of wait until he's done prepping to ask.
You see he gives like orders to like just a group of like buff looking dudes, and you hear him say, retrieve the prisoner. And he puts on what you know to be an eclipse robe, and seems to just be like doing final inspections of things, and just waiting for it all to go down.
Okay. So as I'm watching that, I'll just kind of look around, and if I see an extra like robe, like eclipse gear or anything, I'll just replace it with like the tattered like shorts I'm wearing, because yeah, I want to be back in my gear.
You see, it looks like a robe has been set aside for you, just like hanging kind of near like the center of the room.
I'll grab it and just kind of tie it around my waist.
It's a fitting look for you, Alexos. I don't remember what voices I do for anybody.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many of them, it wouldn't surprise me.
I've missed these colors.
Well, they appear to have missed you as well. Yes.
I got a question for you.
Of course.
My hand, is there anything you can do about it?
He looks for a second. He kind of inspects your hand and looks and says, in terms of getting you another one, no, I don't think so. At least not yet. We wait until after the ceremony tonight. There might be something I can do.
I'll make sure it happens. Make sure nothing happens. That's what I should have said.
Very good. I see you came back without your friends, so you were not able to lead them up here?
No, unfortunately, I had an inkling that they didn't trust me. So I took action right away, grabbed what I needed to grab, got out.
So you have recovered the truth stone, then?
Yeah, and I pull out Boxy again.
Hey, fuck you, you weird-looking dude.
And just go, he's noisy. Ignore him.
I've never met a talking box before, but, well, once again, after tonight, there might be some things I can do that get him to let us have the stone back. You know what that stone does? Whoever holds it must cannot lie. Even gods are not resistant to its power.
I was about to ask why is that so important, but I guess that's why.
So if somebody were to say, force it into one of our hands, we would not be able to hide the fact that we are not working in the best interests of the United Greece that these people fought and prayed for.
Good thing it's stuck in a box then.
Very true. Very, very true. Well, my servants are bringing Theseus now. We will take the divine energy within him and bestow it into me. Then I will be just short of a god myself. It will be glorious.
Our vision is coming. Very true. Very soon.
Okay, so that's kind of what you got going up there. Looks to be on high alert. Theseus is...
I mean, obviously, can I get a short rest, kind of just waiting? for Alexos?
Yeah, you can roll a hit dice.
Okay.
If you want. Just one.
Yeah.
Okay. So where we left off before took our little break there, Tefnox, Talia, Jade, and Demetrius were heading up to the Temple of Apollo. Jax is staying behind because he cannot fight. He's in no shape to fight currently. And Alexos has made his way up to the temple, communicated with both the priest up there and had a brief conversation with Apollo. Things are pretty sketchy up at the temple. There's the restrained oracles. Don't quite know what's going on with that. And Theseus is being brought up. Alexos, you see this. Theseus is being brought up, kind of dragged. He's on like there's like a bar around like on his neck and like holding up his arms, almost like he's crucified, but there's no like middle post basically. And he's being dragged up by these four like burly henchman looking dudes. And they hoist him up onto this golden like restraining thing on top of this altar in the center of the temple. You see the priest open up a very old, very like not destroyed but like tattered book, something that seems to predate like, or like it's a scroll, but it seems to like, you look kind of and like read some of the letters on it and you cannot make out what it's saying. This is like an old ancient language that is on this paper, and he begins to recite it. The fire on all the like curved pyres around the center of the room goes from burning this like very artificial like red and orange to like slowly fading to like a purple. And we will leave the temple, heading up. The four of you guys. Talia had to use one health potion to heal Demetrius. Are you guys doing any other prep work on your way up to the temple?
Oh, I'm gonna send my Raven a little bit ahead just to scout the area, see what's going on.
Okay, give me a perception check with advantage.
Oh, that's better. 16.
You see that there is what appears to be like an increased security presence around this temple. There's not like where typically even at night like common folk would come and like pay respects to the outside of the temple or tend to some of the grounds. There's nobody like no like civilians in the area, but you see like 8 guards, normal guards patrolling the area, and you also catch a glimpse of one of the like bodyguards of the priest of Apollo that you saw in Athens. You can't really fly. Your Raven would not be able to fly in and get a glimpse of what's going on inside without like potentially being seen. If you want to go dig any further.
No, I'm gonna have him come back to me so that all that information can be relayed to the party. I know that I saw one of the guards that was in Athens that took Theseus.
So that must be where they're holding him then. I mean, we did everything we could to try and prevent it, but now that it's here, we need to stop it from happening at any cost. And is there, I don't know, maybe there's another way we could sneak in without being seen and maybe catch him off guard?
I'll give Demetrius a kind of a different lay of the land as well. The temple is in like this big kind of plaza thing, but there's a lot of like decorative pieces, like little gardens, statues, all sorts of things around the plaza. So it's not like there would be no cover, nothing to hide behind, but there is also a lot of open distance you'd have to cover to get from outside into the temple.
So, potentially places to scope a little closer, but we're going to end up being limited on space to stay hidden. So, it's not going to keep us for very long, but at least long enough to hopefully get close.
It is also storming, like raining, and like lightning is striking, and thunder. If that can factor into your plans or whatnot. What do you guys think you want to do?
We want to try sneaking our way up to the temple?
I think that's our only option because we are not in a shape to be like fighting all the way up there. I just don't know that we'll be able to handle that. So I think a sneak attack is our best course of action, but we do also have to move quickly. So,
Yes, we do.
let's see. What, is there something I could use? Is there something I can do to help us? Other than being resistant to lightning, that's not really helpful unless we get struck. So I vote we at least get a little bit closer. You know, utilize the garden there to the left or the right and make our way around.
Okay. All right. If you guys are going to sneak up, go ahead. Everybody, give me stealth checks.
19.
19 from Talia.
24.
21.
24. Okay. You guys do notice that Tefnok is not just physically not capable of being the sneakiest guy, but he does move with like a elegance and grace where like you can tell out of all of you he made the most noise, but also with like the advantage of the thunderstorm and the rain like trickling down, he was not, none of you were spotted. You have kind of like snuck your way to the edge of this plaza thing. In your path, I'll say there is like 2 little gardens and 1 kind of larger statue. You can also see on this side of the temple that there are 3 just like normal guards, and you can also see that the 1 elite guard has gone back inside.
I'm sorry, did you say there was still somebody outside, or?
There's like some normal guards just like patrolling, but I mean, not like, yeah, no threat on its own, but could alert if they saw you. But at this moment, they don't see you.
Okay, so I think there's a possibility that I could sneak by, or at least sneak up enough to sneak attack him, possibly, because I'm little. Try.
Okay.
I guess there's one there, and then you said there's a couple more around, so unless I'm ridiculously quiet, which I won't be, I'm sure.
To be fair, Jade also does have the sneak attack ability, whereas you can't do like the sneak attack thing.
No. Yeah.
So you guys are currently hidden. There's like kind of 3 levels, each one with a guard in it.
I could try and shoot.
Wait. Before we do all that, how far away is he, and can the other guards see us if we happen to kill one?
If you all go out and do something, it would just depend on how well you roll on your next stealth check. For you, a couple things. You have sneak attack, which allows you to do extra damage. You're attacking from you. If you just like shot an arrow at him, you'd be attacking from cover right now, which would give you advantage. and you'd also get advantage on your next stealth check because of your bracer upgrade that happened. And the guards themselves, if you hit, do not have a ton of hit points.
So say like if I came out of cover and snuck up behind one of them, would the others see it?
It would depend on what you rolled on their stealth check. It doesn't look like they're like actively. It looks like they're patrolling, but not like
Actively searching.
Actively searching. So you're just gonna have to beat their passive perception, basically, which is not super high.
I could probably shoot one of the guys at the higher levels while you try and sneak attack Jade on the guy that's directly in front of us, but that would still give us, at least it would give us, 2 out of 3 floors. And
it's not floors, it's more distance between. So we'll say there's
farther.
Well, like 75 feet between you guys and the edge of the temple right now. Like that 25 feet, there's one guard. At 50 feet, there's another. At 75, there's another.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now.
So
instead of it being tiered, it's
distance.
Yeah,
I could have described that better.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
I have an idea for the guard closest to us. Then
okay.
I was just going to run up behind him and slit his throat.
I mean, you could do that, but what was your idea?
I could try to charm him. But I do have charm person.
Yeah, I have that too, actually. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of risky, though, because it means having a lot of interaction with the person, and I feel like people are going to notice that.
That's a good point.
Well, I can see him. He's within range, so I don't need to run up and give him a hug or anything. All I just need to do is charm him.
Okay. Well,
or I could either shoot him in the head with a bow, run up behind him and slit his throat.
We could also, maybe we could just maybe we could try it this way, this one time, and see how it goes, not destroying everybody's face. Right, well, give it a shot. If it works, I have it, and I can do it on the next guy.
Right, so the guard closest to us needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what's he got to beat?
DC 11.
DC 11? He just hits it, but he does not realize what happened. He just, he kind of looks off in the distance, almost seeing as, almost confused, looking for someone, but goes back to patrolling. Seems like it almost looks like he got something stuck in his mind. He does not see you guys.
Okay, so can we walk past him?
Hold it.
He's still patrolling. He's just not charmed, but does not see that Demetrius tried to cast a spell on him.
From cover, sneak attack shot.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with advantage. So it's your D20 plus 6.
17.
That's going to hit. So you're going to roll a D8 plus 3, and then plus a D6.
Five on the D8, 6 on the D6.
So 14 damage.
Plus 3 be 18. It'll be 17.
I added the 3 already. Jade, as you pop out of the shadows, releasing this arrow, what do?
Aim down sights, take a deep breath, let it go.
As you focus, and you can feel the power of your almost like the power of the hunt surging through your bracers. You aim true, your hand steadies, and the arrow, as he turns, turning on his route, the arrow goes completely through his eye, and he falls back down, piercing his helmet on the backside. And the first guard
One down, 3 to go.
Is down. Are you guys gonna try to move up at all to the first little bit of cover, or are you gonna try and sprint and do something to the second guard?
No, I think the best thing is to just stay hidden as long as we can. As long as we
I agree.
Well, if somebody's gonna move the body, I'll do it since I killed it.
Yeah, I mean, you're also much bigger, so it makes it a little easier for you to do.
Okay. Since you hit from sneak attack, you can roll this stealth check with advantage as you try to move.
Nice.
$23.
Just silent in the night. You like almost it's thunder strikes overhead as you like leap over this first barrier and land. And you're like running on all fours instead of straight up. Thunder strikes again. And like in the flash, or thunder crashes again, like in the flash, you drag the body of the one of the dead guard and like prop him behind this like first little garden thing, completely hidden from the other two people further on. And storm is seriously beginning to come down now, and they cannot see they cannot notice anything.
Cool. Well, that definitely is to our advantage.
I knew it was going to be for an advantage. That's why I tried to take advantage.
Yeah. Let's see. So, second guy. So we've moved up. We can see the second guy, and the third guy is not too far behind.
Are the rest of you all you're trying to move up now?
I think we can move up safe now, guys. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we already moved up.
I will need another stealth check from Tefnot or Demetrius and Talia.
Okay. Oh boy, 11. Yikes.
Better than me. I got 9.
Uh-oh.
Dimitri or Jade moves the body. Tefnot like darts up behind another like the statue, close to the close to the second guard. And Demetrius and Talia, you're both kind of worn out, and as you go to like vault over the first little obstacle that you were hiding behind, both of you, your feet catch on it and you trip and kind of make this splash. You're able to get behind cover immediately, but you guys notice that the other two guards are walking towards you now. It's almost as if they now notice that the third guard is not there.
Okay. Well, that's good. As soon as they get close enough, I feel like, let's see. What can we do?
Still in cover, right? Yeah, I'm still covered.
Yeah, you're still covered.
Entangle them. You try it.
Okay. Tefnot, from over his back, grabs his club. He is a little ahead of you guys at this point. The first guard kind of just passed where he was standing, and the second guard is still behind him, but he appears to be waiting but ready to do something based off what you guys do here. As the two guards are coming to you guys, they've kind of like grouped up together now. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to wait for the second guard to pass me, and then I'm going to take a pot shot at him.
Okay.
That way the first guard... Well, actually, I'm going to... Yeah, that sounds like a better idea. That way the first guard doesn't see what's going on.
It's whatever you want to do.
They're kind of grouped up now. But you do notice that like Tefnot is kind of looking ready to ambush them if you want to go for one and he goes for the other.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'll go for the second one.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage.
$18.
Hold on. 18 is going to hit. You're attacking, you sneak attack again, so roll your D8 plus 3 plus your D6.
Six on the D8. 2 on the D6.
So it's 8. You guys see, like, kind of out of the shadows ahead of you, Tefnot buries his club into the back of one of the guys, completely breaking his spine so much that it shatters through the front of his stomach.
Oh my god.
Jade, you pop out, you release another arrow, goes like right through the neck of one of the guards. You realize, but he's like gathering, kind of stumbling to his feet a little bit, and Tefnok just takes his club and like bops him on the head with it. And like you can see his helmet literally dent in as he does, and both guards fall. So the 3 guards on this side have all fallen, but I will need one last stealth check from you guys.
Wait, this side.
There's like 4 sides to the temple.
Oh, 18, 17, sorry. Math.
Dirty 20.
Not 20.
Nice.
It was loud as fuck when Tefnok bumped, like banged the guy's head, but luckily it was right as some thunder crashed, and the guards on the other sides of the temple have not seen you. Everybody can go ahead and make a perception check now.
Well, actually, that -1 actually worked for me this time. 18.
20. Yeah, let's go.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Did you say you got a dirty 20 or a nat 20, Daisy?
I got nat 20.
Okay.
Beep, beep.
Well, you guys are gonna see basically everything. From
Sweet.
inside, this big. There is like a closed off portion after you get like around the main like columns of this just like big, this wondrous work of art this temple is. You can see that there is like a dim purple light emanating from inside of the temple. You can hear someone speaking loudly in kind of like a raspier old voice. It's not like the same chanting that you heard at the first temple you guys were at, but it is like a similar kind of vibe. You can tell that something serious is going on inside the temple. You can see that the guards on the outside, the other guards on the outside of the temple, not really noticing you, seem to be each patrolling their sectors and kind of moving on with it. You can see that there's several people on the inside. You can't tell exactly how many, even with a nat 20, because it is kind of far away still. But several people, including like you recognize the armor basically of the priest of Apollo's guards, that from Athens. So yeah, but you guys are now unaccosted on this side of the temple, and you know shit is bad on the inside.
Well, that's this doesn't look good. I mean, at least we have enough brawn to go in with, but what this doesn't. It seems different from the other ones that we've seen.
What do you think our game plan should be?
Don't know. I'm very nervous. I am very, very nervous. I am really reconsidering a lot of life choices, but we need to move on and try and save Theseus anyway. So, do we have, well, I guess, I don't know, we can try and get in. Is there anywhere else we could try and hide that's just a little bit closer so we could get a better idea of how many people there are inside?
You guys can try to sneak closer to like the entryway of the side you're on, because there's
maybe,
like
8-foot tall people could see over a window or something.
there's no like windows. There's
Okay.
like on each side of the temple has like a great entryway that you can kind of enter in. Or
Yeah.
on 3 of the 4 sides of the temple, including the one you guys are on, has like a great entryway that you can kind of like
Uh,
get into the temple from.
So now at this point, we can get a little bit closer, but we're going to risk being seen the closer we get, in other words.
Yes.
Okay. Well, is there, well, I don't know if a back entry is really going to help us very much. It's probably going to be the same thing. We're at risk of being seen no matter what because there's not that much place to hide as I'm kind of looking around.
As you guys are kind of debating what to do, you notice that one of the like elite guards comes to the doorway and looks around, but doesn't seem to see you. Like, you could swear, Talia, they looked right at you, and like is just not reacting at all.
I don't understand. I could have sworn he saw me. Alright, well, there's one big brute. I guess we could try and shoot him, but again, I think that's going to draw a lot of attention. So I'm not really sure if we should. But I don't know that we're really going to get very far until we start facing some people because, yeah, I don't think there's a way to go unless we just go running in.
Okay. Before we go any further, I want everybody to roll initiative right now.
Okay. 30 for me. Fuck yeah.
18.
For Demetrius, it's 11. And I get to roll for my familiar, too.
Yeah, we need to put Raven.
19 for my Raven.
Raven. Alexos, I want you to roll.
Oh, Raven.
I rolled a 7.
7. Okay, Raven is friendly.
Alexos
And you said
is not.
19 for the Raven?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are still hidden, there you see one of the elite guards in the doorway. What's the game plan? What are you doing? Talia, you're up first.
Okay, well, I feel like at this point we can just take out the guards because we're gonna have to fight them anyway. So I am gonna try and shoot with my longbow, aim at his head, and see how I do.
Okay.
22.
22 is going to hit.
Sweet. Alright. So 8 plus 2 is 10 damage.
Okay.
I don't know that it's gonna do anything if I didn't kill him, but
Talia, you hop out from behind like one of these little planters or something, release an arrow, plants right into this person's shoulder, right into their shoulder, and they look like taken aback by it. Next up in the initiative order is Demetrius.
shoot for the head.
Demetrius Raven.
Shoot for that.
For the Raven, I was gonna hold my action.
Okay. So the Raven's just kind of flying around. Jade, you're up next.
Guard needs to make a deck save.
Okay. What is its dex? Boom, 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 boom. Not very good. It's gonna get a 12. Why do I roll good for my bad guys today? I told you, y'all are in trouble.
Right? A hail of thorns coming down.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
11.
Was that 11 on the dice, or did you add your plus 6 to it?
It's 11 on the dice plus 6 would be 17.
That hits. Go ahead. Give me your D8 plus 3 and then your D10. And tell me how much of it is the D10.
That's a 10 on the deets on the D8, so that's 13. And then the D8, 6.
So 10 of that was the Hail of Thorns. Okay. 9. So you pull out of your quiver 3 arrows, release them. 2 seem to make contact with this guard. doing some damage, but not the full effect. Was able to dodge out of the way of part of it. That was your action. Bonus action. Demetrius, it's you.
Alright, a guard needs to make a DC 11 wisdom save.
Alright. It's got decent wisdom. Passes.
Then nothing happens to him. I was going to cast Toll of the Dead on him. It doesn't even take half.
Seems to be like, as he's taking these 3 arrows to him now, rips out his shield and spear, gets into like a ready position. Alexis, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Wow, I rolled an 18 and a 7. Holy shit. Perception. 25.
You notice something's happening with this guard. You're kind of like looking around, pursuing, and like just luckily you happen to kind of be on the opposite end of where this one of the bodyguards went, but like look out the doorway, see what was happening, and you see 3 arrows hit him like right away.
Am I next to one of the other elite guards?
There's like one kind of in each corner.
I kind of whistle, like a slight whistle, and just point, and I start moving over.
Okay. The attention of the guards is drawn.
Okay.
This one still hasn't seen you all.
Well, that's good.
And I take my full action to sprint over there.
Do you want to go outside, or are you...
Do they notice me?
They have not had a chance to notice you yet. If you were to run outside, yes, they would see you. If you were to take some sort of like, be like hide behind the wall or something, they would not.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I'll just take a full action to get next to the dude that just took 3 arrows.
Okay, and like hiding inside the doorway a little bit?
Yeah.
Taking cover? Okay. The one who took 3 arrows, they take their spear and like instead of ripping the arrows out of them, they just take their spear and like break the shafts off, still letting the arrows sit in them. How are you guys positioned on the outside? I should have set this up before you. I'm going to say Tefnocht has kind of taken himself. He was a little further ahead than you guys. Has kind of positioned himself away from the rest of you. How are the other 3 of you kind of positioned, do you think?
I kind of like shifted to the side when I jumped forward to the like front of the grass to take my shots.
Okay.
So it would be kind of like up and to the left.
All right.
I'd say Demetrius would probably be hanging back a little bit, kind of like between Talia and Tefnot, but a little bit further behind.
Okay.
I would probably say that Jade is like up a little bit closer to me because we both took shots, so we would be a little bit farther ahead. So he was probably like relatively close to me.
Okay.
I'm
I
still
need
kind of like in cover.
All right. I need Talia and Jade to give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy. 16.
16.
17.
17. Okay, so you're both gonna pass, which is good. I keep dropping these dice. That's what happens when you have a lot of them.
Oh my god.
6, 10, 14, 16. You each take 8 damage as it's like the scream comes out, ah! And this blast of like lightning energy like zaps out of your hand kind of towards the planter where you guys are. But you both like dodge out of the way and only take 8 damage as it does not make full contact with either of you.
That's something I can't parry, right?
No, you cannot parry a spell. And then they actually after like blasting, begin to march out into the like rain and storm. They seem very pissed off. From inside, you hear Alexos. You can see that some of the other bodyguards like take positions, defensive positions. Two of them just immediately gather like in front of the priest, like kind of blocking him with their shields. And another one kind of runs to the other side of the door with you and like starts banging on his shield with his spear, or with their spear, like making like a bunch of noise. Seems to be drawing the attention of the remaining guards, is what you can kind of guess what he's going to do. The priest shouts, "Keep them away from us. We must get this spell or this ceremony correct," and then continues to focus on whatever he's doing. Demetrius, your Raven had a held action. Do you want him to do, or do you want it to do anything before it's going to be your turn again, or not?
How far away is the Raven from everybody?
It's like flying in the sky. It's within a movement of everyone, I'd say.
Yeah, just gonna wait until it's next turn.
Okay.
Can't really do anything.
Okay. You see it kind of perches on like the edge of the temple like roof, just like waiting for a command. Tefnox kind of sees like some of the other guards like kind of getting around, and just says, "Oh, this is fucked." Before like dashing almost completely out from behind cover and taking 3 attacks on the one guard that was dumb enough to step out in the rain. It's gonna hit on the first one. It's gonna hit on the second. It's gonna hit on all 3. You see Tefnox completely like get outside with his club, like shatter this like it looks like he swings like a baseball home run swing first, like crushing almost this one guard who stepped out aggressively before like smacking his leg and like breaking his knee, and then completely knocking off the head of this guard with his club. He shouts, "I will hold off all the other guards. You get in there and stop the ceremony." As you guys can kind of see, like 5 or 6 other guards like kind of swarm around the outside, heading towards you guys. This guy, yeah, he took fucking a lot of damage. Completely fucked. Talia, that's you again.
All right. So I'm going to. All right, we're gonna run in, but I'm gonna shoot, and then I'll start moving, just for the sake of just shooting out at one of those guys that's coming at us. Any one of them, I don't know, whichever one I may or may not hit first.
You're within range of several of the guards. I'll just throw the damage at one of them. Go ahead and make an attack roll if you want.
Right. Yeah, 19.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. 5 damage though.
Okay, you hit an arrow, like kind of cuts one, not doing really like too much damage to it.
No. We're gonna start moving up, because that's what I wanna. We gotta get in there and stop the ceremony. So I guess I'm gonna just kind of.
You can basically get to the entryway with your full movement from where you are.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get to the entryway.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
Raven gonna do anything, or just keep holding off, Demetrius?
Gonna have the Raven fly inside the door.
Okay. It can do that.
And I guess find a nice perch that it can just like try to sit hidden on.
It like lands on a banister, kind of holding up like the vaulted roof.
Okay. And that is his turn.
Okay. Jade, you're up.
I'm going to throw Hunter's Mark on the Elite 2.
You can't see them.
Can't see him yet.
The rest of them are like inside the temple, from what you know. But only the one that you guys kind of rained arrows on, was like presented themselves walking out.
Even Smokey wants to know what I'm going to do because I'm not quite sure.
The only people you
Oh,
can
they-
see, the only bad guys you can for sure see right now are the guards on the outside. You know there is bad guys on the inside, so you can like take your movement to get to the door first if you'd like to try and like put your hunter's mark on somebody and then do it. But you don't know for sure what awaits you inside the doors.
I'm just going to move up as for a movement for my action.
Okay. As you move to the entryway,
I can make a stealth. I'm gonna make a stealth move though, just so nobody sees me unless they already know I'm there.
you can still stealth. It's a dark night. There's a lot of shit happening, and you're a sneaky guy.
Rolling stealth.
All right, what was your stealth roll?
23.
23. Alexis, give me a perception check.
21.
You're kind of focused as Talia has kind of run to the entryway. You're focused on her. You don't see anybody else really doing anything. Demetrius, that's you.
All right, I'm within 100 feet of where my raven perched, right?
Yeah.
Assuming. Okay, so I'm going to use this turn to see and hear through my raven what is inside.
Okay.
So I need to roll like a perception check or something.
Give me a perception check with advantage because birds have advantage on perception checks. I think ravens have that. Eagles do.
I think it's every bird.
Oh no, the ravens have the mimicry, not the. Oh fuck. You don't get advantage on the perception check. Sorry.
Okay, then 15.
15. You see a very, very tired looking Theseus restrained on this golden sort of just like it's hard to describe. It's almost like a blocks where you have like your head and neck through like the thing, and like it's basically like a box where you're like paraded in the center of town. On like this altar, the guy who you recognize to be the priest
Like
of Apollo from Athens.
It seems like he's in stocks.
Yeah, in stocks. That's what they're called, not blocks. You see the guy you recognize to be the priest of Apollo from Athens. In there with like two guards kind of shielding him from the direction you guys are coming. Alexis, give me a stealth check.
That's so bad. Tonight.
And then you see Alexis and one other like elite bodyguard hanging out by the door. Actually, there's only one elite shielding the priest in the middle, not two.
Okay. And
oh no, there's two. I lied. I can't keep things straight.
I was the only one that came up to the door. The other one ran out.
No, one ran out. One came up to the door with you, and
okay,
I had miscounted because of you.
Okay.
And can my raven get any kind of inkling as to where Boxy is?
Best assumption, still with Alexis.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Okay.
I'm currently deaf and blind until my next turn.
All right. Some of these guards just have all these guards just have spears, so they're just going to take a movement. 2 of them get to the point where they engage in with Tefnocked. That's not going to hit. That is going to hit. Yeah, Tefnock gets scratched. He doesn't feel it. 2 of them are going to come up to... Tefnock gets scratched. The other ones all try to take a movement and surround you guys. But Tefnock said he would take care of all these guys out here. Alexos, that's you.
Yes.
You're hiding from cover. Talia has run up to the entryway and did not ask for a perception check when she got there.
So she's at the doorway.
Yes.
Oh, I'm at the doorway, oblivious to the fact that there's somebody on the other side.
Yes.
That's fine. That sounds like me.
Guess I'm just gonna kind of walk out and just attack twice in Fury of Blows. So 4 attacks.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oof. First 2 are gonna be an 18 and a 20, 30-20.
Those both hit.
The other 2 is gonna be a 17 and a 15.
I believe all those hit. Correct, Talia? Your AC is not 15 or higher.
No, my AC's... no.
Oh, your
actually,
AC is 15. He still hits.
Yeah, it is 15. Sorry. Hooray.
$23 points of damage. And then she's gonna have to make a strength saving throw. DC 15.
18, 19, 20.
Higher than 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, I was just gonna use open hand technique and be pushed back. But-
Still fucking hurt. Still hurt.
You strong on your feet, girl.
Yeah.
So Talia, you run up to this
She's
doorway.
low center of gravity.
Yes.
You run up to this doorway, Talia, and you get just like completely cut across and like punched in the face out of like just from behind the corner, just whoosh, whoosh, and you're like taken back, almost stunned as you just got completely wrecked, and your bad day is not over, honey.
Oh boy. Hooray.
Oop, I missed the. Okay,
On the table, please.
I was on the table. I missed my dice tower, but I saw the roll. As this other, I just rolled 2 nat ones.
My guy. Come on.
He fell like on.
I'm on your side this time too. You're not facing like all of us.
The other guard, Alexis, it's the female one that really wasn't trusting you earlier. She jumps out and she slips on blood. That she slips on some blood from the guy that got shot with the arrows. It's gonna fucking stab into you, like your foot, as you jump out and attack Talia. She's only gonna do 6 damage,
Okay.
but she pins you into the ground almost. As she like
I look at her and just go, fucking really? And you're bitching at me?
Just because you're a traitor, I don't like you. But frick. Both these 2 elites that are shielding are going to like bang on their shields and send some sort of holy light towards Alexis and the other elite, and you now are blessed, Alexis. So you're gonna add a d4 to your attack rolls, skill checks, and saving throws.
Sweet.
This priest for right now is gonna just continue concentration. Tefnocked, you have 3 attacks. Tefnocked completely with this first 2 swings, he breaks the 2 guards that were like immediately entangled with him, then runs over to another one and like knocks him back, but you can still like the last one is still moving. Talia, you just got fucked up. You're
Ow.
alone in this entryway. You see that there's the two people. Now, as you kind of gather yourself, you see that there's two people guarding this priest who's doing something about Theseus. You can realize now that Alexos fucked you up and that somebody else would have killed you had they not slipped in a pile of blood.
Christ.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out for my scimitar, just for the sake of it. And did Alexis step back from me, or is he still like right in my face?
So right in your face.
He's like standing over you.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just take a stab at you then.
Okay, so you're gonna slash him twice with your scimitar.
We'll get, what is it, +5? So 24.
Definitely hits.
Okay.
You remember, if you roll a 19 or 20, Talia, with your bow, that's a crit for you now. It does not count with your scimitar, but with your bow it does.
Okay. All right, so 6 + 2, so 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
As I just swipe, like, you motherfucker.
You cut Alexis across the chest. Any bonus actions you can do? Any cantrips? Anything? You have one healing potion left.
Yes, I do. Let's see. First, I'm gonna tell Alexis he's a bitch. That's my first bonus action.
I use reaction to go, you're a bitch.
Yeah. You each take half a
Wow.
point of psychic damage.
Well, I'm definitely gonna take my potion. So that was a D4.
4d4 plus 4.
4D4 plus 4. So 15.
15. You like grab your sword and just like your scimitar immediately like slash Alexis across his chest, slicing up the new robe he's wearing. And as he's kind of taken aback, stumbling back from it, you chug your potion and recover 15 hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demetrius, anything for the Raven this turn?
Well, while Alexos is tangled up with Talia, I'm going to have the Raven swoop down and try to grab Boxy out of Alexos' pocket.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Get
I
out
don't
of
know.
here.
So this is going to be, for the Raven, a dexterity check against Alexis's passive perception, which is your
It's a 7.
We're busy calling
17.
some bitches right now.
Mhm.
So I think he's a little distracted.
Actually, yeah, you'll have to roll your perception check with disadvantage because you are tangled up fighting Talia.
Yeah.
And you just got cut. So Demetrius, go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Alexis, remember that you do have bless, so you can add a d4 to your roll.
Is that every
Yeah.
single roll, right?
Yes. 8 total, Demetrius?
16.
Oh, 16.
I got a 15. Roll the d4.
Don't roll a 1.
Roll the 4. So what?
As Demetrius, you see your Raven swoop down and plucks Boxy, but Alexis kind of bumps into it and catches like the strap, like part of the strap that Boxy was kind of attached to. And like your Raven is tugging with Alexis now in this little match. So they're both tied up there and
Like a tug of war for Boxy.
in a tug of war. Your bird probably won't last, but you do realize that it's like tangling up Alexos for his next turn. You kind of think, unfortunately. Jade, what's up? What do you?
And I can see all this happening, right?
Alexos has stepped out and revealed himself, and so has another one of the elite guards.
I'm gonna come out of cover, pop Hunter's Mark on Alexos.
Well, I'm standing right next to him, so.
I know.
Because you snuck up completely unabated. He does not see you still. You get this magical sense in your eye. You hone in on Alexos.
And this should be with advantage, right?
Yes, Jade, you have advantage because you are hidden from Alexos.
And so popping out of cover doesn't throw that.
No, you can attack. You can attack from hidden, basically. Without. But you can't re-hide this turn because you used your bonus action to Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Okay.
So once I pop that, I'm no longer stealth.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me your attack roll with advantage.
Not really. They're all attacking one person.
There's a lot to consider here.
You said +5 or +6?
On your attack rolls, you add 6. If you're attacking with your bow, are you attacking with your bow or your sword?
Yep. Attacking
Okay,
with
so then
bow.
you add 6.
So it's 18.
Just beats.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d8, and then 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, 1d6 for sneak attack. And then +3 to the whole mess. 14 damage total to Alexos, if I got your numbers right.
Correct, yep.
I'll be nice and not use deflecting missiles because I'm already tangled up and I only have one hand.
But you now, Alexos, you now see that Jade is also snuck up and is in the Farkas with all of you. And Demetrius, you're going to be the last one to go. Here.
How far from the fray am I right now?
Well, you're blinded and deafened, aren't you?
Until my turn starts.
Okay, so it's just for the rest of that round. You're about 30 feet. Because you guys had moved up to take out the other guards.
Okay, that works out perfectly. Alexos needs to make a DC 11 con save.
What's a constitution save? +3, 12.
Oh,
Anything happened to me?
no. You don't even take half damage. Crap. Well, that didn't work.
Totally dead.
Oops.
Infestation.
Demetrius, you unwarg out of this whole thing and try to cast a spell, but you're still kind of just like getting your bearings and like going back from bird form or bird brain, and the spell does not take hold. These guards here are all just gonna try and swarm Tefnoct. So there's 3 of them. It's not gonna hit. That's not gonna hit. Ooh, God. They 3 of these guys have tried to like swarm Tefnoct and are like swiping at him, but he seems to be like expertly deflecting and kind of like going off all of this. Alexos, you got pretty beat up right there with the Jade's arrow. Talia's not looking great. She's kind of slashed you. What you got going on?
Since I'm so tangled up with the bird, what I'm gonna do is spend a key point to do Step of the Wind, which is taking a disengage action.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
All right.
And move back the full 30.
Okay.
Or 45, whatever my thing is.
Demetrius,
Speed.
go ahead and give me a strength saving throw for your Raven.
Well, that's not good. 8.
8. As Alexos just like dashes off with some like mystical energy. Just rips the little strap that your raven was hanging onto out of its beak.
And then as for my action, I am just going to do the wholeness of body, which I regain 18 hit points.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Ah, yeah, being a monk is fun. Ooh, I did not mean to do damage there. An asshole.
This one, Elite, kind of looks at Talia and then looks towards Tefnoct and sees where the biggest threat is here right now. Tefnoct saves. 3, 10, 18, and 12. Tefnoct gets blasted with like a lightning, a little bit of like electricity out of this Elite's hand, as he like kind of shoulders it, but it definitely hurts him as he's still like tangled up with these 3 guards, and they then turn to you, Talia, with their spear and shield up. From this, bless his concentration. The other 2 guards are just going to keep concentration out here. But right now, the other 3 of them are just going to keep concentration what they're working on. Tefnoct, after like recovering after getting blasted by this like jolt of energy, just completely wrecks the 3 guys that are around him. They're normal humans, and they stand no chance against a demigod, to be honest. Which brings us back up to Talia here. Talia, you're still alive. You've taken a healthy bit of damage, but Alexos didn't like finish you off, and neither did the other person. So you see that Alexos has basically darted completely across the room to the other side of the temple. You can see that the 2 other elite guards that were there have like turned their focus and are like basically doing everything in their power to get in between you and the priest.
Okay. Is the chick still near me?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, well, I mean, I'm going to, let's see, what can I do to her? Probably do poison spray at her, so she needs to make a con save. DC 11.
What does she add to con? She beats it.
Okay. Well, then I still get to attack, right? Because that was a cantrip.
What's the cast time for it? Is it a bonus action or an action?
It's
If it's a dealing damage spell, it's more action.
I don't know where to look to see what that where that is.
Casting time, 1 action. So no, you do not get to attack. If you have anything you can do with a bonus action or any movement you want to take.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and back away from her then a little bit. Maybe see if I can distance myself a bit so at least she can't take a really close swing at me next turn.
Into the temple or out of it?
Into the temple.
Okay. She's kind of focused on other things right now. Is not in range for an opportunity attack. How far do you want to go into the temple? It's up to you.
mean, I want to get kind of far because my next plan is to start shooting and causing a distraction to the priest.
Okay. I mean, you can take your full movement, like 30 feet into the temple.
I think I'm probably gonna go I'll probably do like 20 feet.
Okay.
Just so I'm I'm inside, but I'm not like in the middle of the room.
Okay. All right. Demetrius, your raven got ripped off of the little strap that Boxy was carrying. That Alexos had. Alexos ripped the box away from the raven, but it's still kind of flying around. What you thinking?
I'm gonna kind of use Talia's idea and use the raven to try to distract the priest from what he's doing to Theseus.
Okay. Go ahead if you want to. You can. The raven can fly up and make an attack roll onto the priest. Go ahead.
The raven, my familiar, cannot attack.
Oh, it has. I see. Oh.
That's one of the things it says in the.
What are you trying to do to distract him then?
Basically, just like dive bomb him and annoy him.
What's the AC and how much HP does the raven have?
It doesn't say in the description.
It should just be a regular Raven DC.
Okay, well, that's 12.
AC and HP.
And it has 1 HP. So one of the bodyguards is going to take a reaction to defend the priest and is going to just fucking make your raven explode into spectral light. As it's gone.
Okay.
They have a special reaction where they can use a reaction to make an attack on somebody attacking the priest, and yeah, the raven's fucked up.
Raven's dead, bro.
I mean, it was a magical familiar. It's not really dead.
Fuck
Raven, go
dead.
poof.
Poof, you, it's dead.
Jade, that's your turn. You're still outside the temple. There's this one elite guard kind of standing in the doorway still, who's like basically turned herself to look at you now, as you're the nearest thing to her. She has a spear and shield out. Tefnox is kind of standing in the rain. Demetrius is still kind of standing outside here. What's up? What you gonna do?
Which one's looking at me again?
Number 2, we'll say.
And Alexos basically backed out, right?
Yeah, you can't see Alexos from your current position.
Transfer Hunter's Mark 2 number 2 for bonus action.
Okay.
And go for it.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
22.
It's gonna hit. You get a D8 plus 3, and then only 1 D6 this time.
Uh, 10 on the D8, 1 on the D6.
Okay, so you release an arrow into this person. They seem to shake it off pretty good. That was your bonus action. Any movement you want to do?
Move up closer to the door.
Okay, so you're just gonna like move up because that's where she is. She's standing in the doorway, so you're gonna move up right to where she is. All right, Demetrius. Boo 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 boo. What you gonna do?
Since I guess I'm in the same boat as Jade, I can only really see the Elite 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at her.
Firebolt. Okay. Is that a save or an attack roll?
Make a ranged attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
It is 19.
That is gonna hit.
1d. 5 fire damage.
5. She doesn't like it. Alexos. Talia has basically backed into the temple alone. She's about 25 feet from you right now. You can see the 2 guards who are protecting the priest have started to move towards her. What you doing?
Just gonna go right up and just attack.
Okay.
We'll use your blows again.
Okay.
War attacks. It's gonna be a 17 and a fucking 11.
The 11 misses.
One's gonna be a nat 20 and the other's gonna be a 16.
All right, so 2 hits and a crit.
Hits. $15 on the regular, and then my crit. 15 on the crit.
That's cool.
Talia, you take 30 damage as Alexos walks up and just cuts you across the chest and face, and you fall. The one that is tangled up with Jade is going to make 2 attacks at him. He's going to hit you on the first one. He's going to hit you on the second one. Jade, you take 18 damage as she stabs into you twice. She rolled really good on her damage. Or no, 16 damage. Sorry, I did my math wrong.
Wouch.
The 2 guards, who were blocking the priest, now just both sprint and fill the door. They're still keeping their concentration on the bless on both Alexos and the other elite. But now they're taking like defensive actions. Talia, you can see as you go down, like purple energy is beginning to pulse around Theseus, and that's like the last thing you see before you fall. At this point, Tefnoct. Okay. So Tefnoct is big enough where he is going to try and basically tackle the 3 guards. They have double advantage on a strength save against him. He gets to make his strength check with advantage. Okay, doesn't roll very good. 18. All right. So they get 3 rolls to meet or beat an 18. They fucking do it on the first one. So Tefnoct basically like goes in as these 3 guards turn their shields, and they stonewall him as he tries to tackle them and take him out. So as you guys currently see it, the entryway you guys are closest to is blocked up. Talia, I need you to make your first death saving throw.
All right.
13 is a pass. You kind of stabilize yourself a little bit. Jade, what are you doing?
How far back is she?
You can't see her. She's inside, behind the entryway that is blocked off. If you could try to do some sort of acrobatic or something to like vault over the people, because it's like a big grand entryway. But at your current instance, you cannot see inside the temple.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to need you to make either an athletics or acrobatics check. This is going to take your action for this turn to try and get over Tefnoct, as he's literally just stonewalled with them. They're strength saves met each other. So they're stonewalled. Neither one's really gaining any action.
14.
14.
And that's athletics and acrobatics. At the same
Okay.
time.
14 isn't that great. So what I'm going to say happens is you like get over Tefnok's shoulder, and then like one of the guards like reaches up and trips you as you kind of fall in. You don't take any damage or anything, but you're inside the temple. Your action and movement are done. And you can see Talia on the floor with Alexos standing over her. You also see some sort of weird magical bullshit is going on in the middle. Demetrius, what are you thinking?
While Tefnot is tied up with 3 elite guards, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers directly between guard 2 and guard 3,
Okay.
hoping that it hits them both.
All right. Perfect.
And I'm going to do this at second level, so they take 6d4 slashing damage.
Litty titty. Roll those d4 for me.
So they both take 10 slashing damage.
Okay, so 2 and 3 both take 10. 26. The concentration on your bless does not break Alexis, as the one guard that was keeping concentration on it gets cut up by this, but still is able to retain itself.
Sweet.
Any movement for you, Demetrius?
This is the concentration spell, so I can't
Okay.
really take a movement until my next turn.
All right.
But now they also take that same damage when they start their turn in the cloud.
I love it. I love it.
Cloud of Daggers OP.
It's one of my favorite spells. Alexis, you see that Jade has just like entered into the temple. You see whatever the priest is doing is seeming to take a serious hold on shit. And you're also standing over a struggling Talia.
How far is Jade?
He's about Talia backed 25 feet in from the entrance, so she's about 25 feet.
Just gonna run up. Attack. Okay. One's going to be a 15 and a 16.
One misses, one hits.
That's gonna be 7 damage.
Wait a minute. They both hit. Because
Yeah, they both hit.
16.
Sweet. So one's gonna be a 7. The other's gonna be a 7. So 14
total
damage.
Okay.
That must have been a key point to do stunning strikes, so you have to do a con save, DC 15.
$14.
Did you add
So
your plus
you're-
1 to your con save? Okay, so he fails.
Yeah, so you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
So, fine.
All right. Jade gets, like, recovers himself, only for Alexis to come in and just bop him, kind of like staggering him, making him seem. So these two are going to take that 10 damage again. This one's going to stab at Tefnok twice. Going to hit once. Tefnok is hurting, but not that bad. This one also going to do that. It's going to hit both times. They're all three just going to go at Tefnok. This one misses twice. Loser. Okay.
So was it the woman?
No, she hit twice. She's the
Damn.
best. The further and further things get, whatever the priest is doing is seeming to be working. Jade, you're stunned. I mean, you guys really have no clue what's happening to Theseus, but Tefnoct is like very clearly exerting energy. What can Tefnoct do? Okay. Tefnoct is going to use one of his super duper abilities. And try and fuck with the priest. Alexos, you see that from this big guy who you don't really know, who's like tangled up with these three, getting stabbed, clearly like bleeding, wounded. From his eyes, you see like these glowing beams come and hit the priest, and the priest is like, his concentration immediately is broken. Whatever spell is happening to Theseus is still happening, but it's not progressing for the immediate moment. But
What the fuck? He has laser eyes.
Essentially. Talia, give me another death saving throw.
Okay. Oh no.
8 is a failure. I want you to roll me a d6 now.
5.
Okay.
Oh god.
As you're like fading in and out of consciousness, you're breathing like, as you, like your blood dripping out of your body, you're breathing kind of wavering a little bit. You hear a voice in the back of your head say, I told you I'd come for you a little bit. And 5 dogs, large hounds, like start basically 2 on each side and 1 behind, kind of like where Demetrius is, come into the temple. So they are joining the initiative this turn. They won't act on this turn. This is all just them coming. Alexos, but you see that these like large hunting dogs join into the fray. Jade, you're stunned. You can't do shit until your turn is over. Demetrius, you see one of the dogs outside, and you recognize it as one of Artemis's hounds.
Okay, so I'm going to try to clear the way for them to get into the temple and cast magic missile at the first level and throw 1 missile at each. Actually, I'm going to throw all 3 at number 2.
Okay.
That is 1d4 plus 1.
So it's 3d4 plus 3 in total?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 on the first start.
3.
2 on the second start.
5.
And 4 on the third.
9. They take, pretty good chunk of damage. They're not doing super hot. The dogs join the initiative this turn. Alexos, you see these dogs like jump in to the temple. But you're still like standing over Jade, who's come out of stun, but is wounded in front of you.
Are the dogs actually inside the temple, or do I just see them outside?
4 of them have breached the temple, basically.
Okay.
But they're like at the entrances right now, or they've kind of moved in at like their pace.
Okay. I would I get it? Didn't Jade fall? Is he prone?
No, stun does not make you prone. It just makes you.
No, when he jumped in, because you said he got tripped up, right?
He got tripped up. He got in, but couldn't do anything else. Instead of like being able to run to where.
I misunderstood that then.
He was able to like get himself back up.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you are still blessed, so you can add a D4 to all your attacks.
Yeah. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Guess I'll just do Fear Blows on a poor Jade in front of me. One's going to be a 12, the other's going to be a 27. 24. Not natural.
Did you add your bless already?
Not for the 12. That's for the 12. 13.
That is your armor class, isn't it?
Yep, 13 AC.
You aren't
rolled a
stunned
1.
anymore. Do you want to parry that?
Yes.
Okay. The first
I
one.
still got 2 more attacks.
The first one does hit.
Okay.
He parries the second attack.
Okay. Roll my last 2. The other's going to be a. Other 2. One's going to be a 15. The other's going to be a 13. Just hits.
Okay. You can.
So 3 hit.
And I can only do that one per attack.
One per round of combat, but you can do it
Got it.
twice in a day total.
15
Or twice in a
altogether.
short rest. So 7 plus 15 was the total damage?
Yep.
Right, so 22. Jade still stands.
Yeah, barely.
Then I'm gonna, since I hit with your blows, he's gonna have to make a strength saving throw.
How many key points do you have?
When I hit with open hand technique, I don't have to make it. I don't have to spend a key point.
Gotcha.
17 on the save.
You succeed, sir.
So Alexos, you bury into Jade. He's just like standing strong, but very clearly not in great shape. This one hits Tefnocked twice. Okay, he's not. They hit Tefnocked once. Okay. And they missed Tefnocked. So Tefnocked is taking like a good bit of damage. Keep concentration on a lot of things. Priest is going to. The priest is still affected by what Tefnock did to it. Cannot continue the spell, but the spell is still going. I think Tefnock is just gonna break, like holding the 3 of them, and is gonna make his 3 attacks. He's actually gonna miss once, hit twice though. On the wounded one, that's not good damage rolls. Is going to the one that Alexos is beefing with, who stabbed at Jade and stuff on the right. Tefnock clubs her, and basically just collapses her whole body in, as she goes down. Or at least that's what it looks like for now. Okay, Talia, I need another death save from you.
Okay. Oh,
9 is a failure. Jade, you are...
I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah, and your the concentration on Hunter's Mark broke when you got stunned, too. You're pretty fucked up. You have 1 healing potion for yourself in. You see Talia is in rough shape here on the ground. But at the same time, you would have to take it. If you try a move without disengaging from Alexos, he's going to
Chance
attack
opportunity.
you.
and that'll kill you. So
Uh-huh.
just knock you.
If he hits you, he might not.
Might not. Who knows?
Is it really worth it for the 3 HP? Because if he does even partially hit you, it's going to be more than that.
I was trying to get to Talia to give her my health potion to revive, but I'm going to have to use it on myself.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
okay.
So you're going to take your bonus action to use your health potion on yourself. So you're going to heal for 4d4 plus 4.
17.
Okay. You get 17 health back. Still not in awesome shape. You
But
have
on
your
death's door.
Yeah, but you're not. You might live another turn now. And you have your action.
Where in front of me or behind me is Alexos?
Directly in front of you.
And everybody else is where? Behind me?
Talia is in like the middle of the floor. Tefnoct and Demetrius are still stuck outside. And the hounds are rushing into the room
And where's the guards?
behind you, like directly behind you.
Breath weapon on Alexos.
Okay, Alexis, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, my deck. I'm in a good roll anyway. 11.
11. I think that's gonna fail.
It is going to fail.
Okay. So you get 2d6 of
And even if he passed, he still takes half damage.
half. Yeah. 2d6 fire damage to our boy.
Eight.
8. Okay, Alexis, you take 8. You get fucking burned. It hurts.
Yeah, it does. Kind of hurts.
You guys don't have any trash talk for each other? I feel like you guys should be trash talking a little more.
Nah, my trash talking's empty right now.
Okay.
I mean, Alexos is just very focused.
Focused. All right. Demetrius.
He already did his trash talking when he stole Boxy anyway.
Okay. Demetrius, there is a little bit of a hole now in the entryway. Even still, if you want to run past one of the guards that's in there, you're going to have to take an opportunity attack. But you can theoretically get into the temple now, if that's something you want.
And would I be able to make it past the guards all the way into Talia and still have action to do something?
So you'd have to take a dash action to get there, which would give you a bonus action heal, which would allow you to use your healing potion as a bonus action. But you're going to take an attack of opportunity from.
Wouldn't he take a couple?
No, he would only take one.
Going through and then past.
One from, you would take 2 attacks of opportunity. One from the immediate guard and one from Alexis. If you wanted to get all the way there. Now, you haven't really taken a lot of damage yet. And Talia is struggling.
I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm going to use my dash action to try to get into Talia and not be dead by the time I get there.
Okay. First opportunity attack is going to miss. Luckily.
I got a 15.
That is going to
You
hit.
9 damage.
Okay. Demetrius, you get slashed across the back by Alexos as you run by, fighting in. You kneel down, pour the potion in Talia's mouth as she is bleeding out, fighting struggling breaths. And that's where we'll end our session.
I mean, so, I mean, it might,
All right, everybody. That was Idiots Rolling Dice. I am your Dungeon Master, Mimic the Idiot. I am joined by Daisy Cakes, who plays Talia, Jimmy SHR14, who plays Jay Dragonborn, Played-a-Fool, who plays Demetrius Longwing, and Vex, who plays Alexos and Jax right now. Party is in some shit, yo. Things are bad. Things are real bad for them. Okay. So, when this episode comes out, it will be Friday, January 7th. 7th, yeah, the 7th. That means tomorrow, from when this episode comes out, there will be a new live stream, the live stream of the next episode, and the continuation of this stunning little battle here that we got going on. So that should be really fun. You should check that out if you're listening to this or watching this now. You can follow us for updates on our Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, which I'm going to get back to posting on, I really promise. The Instagram and TikTok are at Idiots Rolling Dice. The Twitter is at IrdPod. That's IRDPOD. You can tweet about the show using hashtag IrdPod, IRDPOD, or the Epic. Yeah, so follow us on there. Working on getting better at being active on those things. So yes. Let's see what else. There's probably going to be a schedule change in the show coming up the later we get into this year. Just to give me a little more time to work on episodes and do prep work and do some other things that I have going on in my life. So we might move to alternating live stream podcast episode every other week instead of doing it every week, mostly for schedules. But I will put out an announcement if that comes. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying along with the show. And there is a lot more coming from this campaign. So I'm excited. I'm excited for things. It's gonna be good. Good stuff. Okay. That'll be it for your boy here. Everybody, I hope you all had a safe and happy new year. You're staying healthy. Yeah. That'll be it. Peace out.